When someone's having a mental health emergency, your first reaction will likely be to call 911. Those dispatched to the scene are often law enforcement officers. If those first responders are not properly trained in crisis intervention, the situation could escalate and result in injury, jail time, or even death. A Crisis Intervention Team, or CIT, is a program that helps law enforcement officers react appropriately to situations involving emotional instability and mental illness. The professionals at Lifestream Behavioral Center explain how they assist law enforcement with these types of calls.
Crisis intervention training is a program that's been in effect across the country for training law enforcement to be prepared to respond in a behavioral health situation. That involves 40 hours of training that is focused on how law enforcement officers and correctional officers and even dispatchers and other first responders deal with people in the community who have a mental illness, who are in a mental health crisis, so that they de-escalate the situation and the person rather than engaging in behaviors that might trigger the person to be more upset, more behaviorally out of control, which can then lead to injuries and accidents and arrests that aren't necessary. Mobile Crisis is a program in the community that's part of our jail diversion strategies. Right now, our primary partner is the Claremont Police Department. This is funded through a grant to the county, and we are also working with the Sheriff's Department. So we're able to actually embed a counselor at the police department. She sits in the office with the community-oriented policing staff, which is a special division of the police department that really does that community engagement piece. So if a call comes in through 911 that is believed to perhaps be a mental health related call, the sergeant on duty will request mobile crisis assistance. So the counselor goes out into the field with an officer. Once the scene is considered safe, she's allowed to go and join him or her in the encounter with the individuals involved. Now at that point, it may be that this is a potentially serious mental health situation that the person may need hospitalization. So the counselor is doing that assessment. She's collaborating with the officer in that situation, or perhaps they decide that this is not a dangerous situation where the person does not need hospitalization at this point. So she can then engage with the person and find out, are you in treatment? What do you need? Do you have your medication? Do you need to see a psychiatrist? It's a safer outcome for law enforcement, and it's a safer outcome for the individual. And for that reason, programs like this really deliver a high amount of service to the community and actually reduce costs, because incarceration costs a lot of money. Hospitalization is very expensive, and if we can save $92 a day on the cost to keep a person in jail, then we can save thousands and thousands of dollars over the course of a year by keeping many people out of jail.
If you'd like information on the many services available at the Lifestream Behavioral Center, just click the Crisis Support Story Link icon on our homepage at yourhometownhealth.com.